Welcome back. We just got finished making a chicken feed run. So let's talk a bit about storage. How do we store our chicken feed? And these are two options that we currently use. We have several of these, which is about equivalent to a 55-gallon drum, if you will, but these are the food safe containers. In fact, I think this was tomato paste at one point. And we have a lid for that as well, and we also will use just the good old-fashioned Rubbermaid trash can. We can probably fit maybe 4 bags in each one of these, maybe a little bit more in this one, but about 4 bags, and we leave them in the bag. We do not take them out of the bag, but the point is that when you are unsure about resources, you want to always get as much as you can. We get better pricing that way as well, and make sure that we can make it at least through a season, and have plenty of chicken feed for that. So you're always going to have issues with storage. You don't want bugs. You don't want mice or any other rodent to be able to get to it. So it's important to have a container like this. Always keep in mind that there's a certain amount of bugs that are already in these bags that are just in the grain anyway. So the longer you do store it, you may have issues with some flies. When you open the bag, that's what you're going to see. But those were already in the feed ultimately. So you have to think about that as well. I would just as soon get as much feed to last a year. I'd be fine with that. However, I know that I will have issues if I try to keep feed that long with the number of chickens that I have. So I have to keep somewhat of a rotation. So we try to get, at least be able to make it through a season. So if you can imagine, if when winter approaches, I'd like to be able to make it through a winter. That way, there's less for the chickens to eat in the winter as far as them foraging on their own. So I make sure I have enough feed to make it through that period. And as spring approaches, it may be tough, but at least they have a better chance, on their own if there was an interruption in resources. So these are the things that we think about and we have to think about in these times as far as making our homesteads more resilient. So it's a matter of storage and a matter of freshness, and also being able to buy as much as you can when you can. All right, guys, have a good one. We have a little bit of unloading to do, so that's on the agenda for right now. Happy 4th of July.